what's eating into the margins and where is that coming from? How did I come up with 35% to 50%? Tariff and duties is probably about 15% to 25%. Freight, logistics, and warehousing, another 10 to 20%. Your got compliance delays with every single shipment that you're seeing now. We're seeing this from our perspective as well when we're doing customs for our customers, is everything that used to not be a delay is becoming a delay. And also on the flip side, Cubeship and our customs brokerage is working with U.S. Customs to help importers as well as to help customs better screen for cargo coming into North America. So what's the typical case that we're seeing? Is a robotics company ships 300 units to a U.S. distributor. Is usually what we're finding is they're going to bring in it with the wrong HS code. Whether they're using a Chapter 85 code, thinking it's a part of the machinery or it's not the whole machinery, they start using the wrong code. Is US HTS codes are at a 10-digit level, while Chinese HTS codes are at an 8-digit level, but everything gets similar at the 6-digit level. So they start using the wrong codes. In the past, you use the wrong code, you're not going to run into as many issues because customs isn't looking as closely. Now with tariff stacking, you have one HS code that could be subject to 122 tariff, which is 10%, 232 tariffs, which is around 50%, plus you have to declare the country of origin of where it was made, and plus you have also 301 tariffs if you're coming out of China, which is another 25%. That's current what the environment is. One product could carry as at minimum 4 HS codes. What customs wants is one product could carry up to about 12 HS codes. So just think about that. One product, one forklift could have 12 HS codes. What do they want to know? They want to know where your motor is made. They want to know where your electronics are made. They want to know where your steel is made, casted, and they want to know where your tires are made. Customs wants more data, but in the current system that they've created, they can't collect as much data. So what are they doing now is they're supplementing their current system with a whole bunch of additional HS codes, which makes it very hard for customs brokers to enter the data. So what took one line now takes 12 lines, is what they're proposing in the upcoming changes. And that creates a lot more challenges. The number one challenge is the manufacturer ready and prepared to prepare all these details? One good practice that we've been asking our customers is make sure they have bill of material level details. It's not because we want to know that much detail, it's because customs is chasing this bill of material level details. And this bill of material level details is a lot of where the customs industry is going in terms of that granular detail to be able to understand what products are and what they're made of and where they're coming from. The first one is what we do in terms of the system is we help classify and comply with US regulations. We do this for importers. We also do this for various post offices. So we support post offices when you ship mail into the US. It's our systems powering the classification, going from Thailand, China, Taiwan, Vietnam, a bunch of different countries. It's all running our classification engine. And our classification engine has been built over the last 10 years with all of our historical data, plus all of our current regulation understanding. So what it could do is it could provide you a picture or a description in your local language, and it can provide descriptions and HS codes and the follow-up questions that you need to know to classify correctly. So it's not being done all manually by hand. People are still in the loop to help support the process, but that's the number one area that we're helping with. The second one is route and consolidate. As a lot of customers are shipping large products, especially in this industry to North America, we're helping route better. We work with the Unis team, with the Cubework team to forward stock materials in different locations before they get to the on-site installation. So sometimes things come in early or things come in late and they need to be routed or rerouted correctly. Second area of savings is just having a plan together, and not just a quick plan to just ship everything and worry about it later. Third one is help predict and control. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world today, especially with ongoing wars. So just having a better plan to predict and control the systems and the process of how you guys are bringing in machinery into the US is going to be very important. So we're getting to what are our strategies? I promise you guys I help you guys save 25 to 50% in duties. is the first one is let's look at your items, let's reclassify your items. Is most companies go off of legacy classifications, HTS codes. Just this year alone, we're at like revision 40 already. They're constantly changing. So first one that you can engage us and we can help you with is let's look at your HTS codes. I'll give you an example in this industry. Is you bring in a large machinery today and your customer says, I want to use this, but I'm not sure I want to buy it. What code do you use? Do you use the existing code or do you bring in another code for testing equipment? I would bring in another testing equipment because you don't have the right code right now. That is the final sale. There's a way you can bring it in under testing equipment and not save it, not pay any duties. So there's different codes that you can use in the industry, but you have to understand to use these codes and how to comply with the regulations when you use these new codes. Second one is FTZ. Inverted tariffs are for manufacturers that are manufacturing products in North America to be able to bring in various different components and assemble finished goods here in the US. As an organization, we run multiple FTZs. We have some of our customers here that we run FTZs for that we won't disclose. But we do the program, we do it quickly, and one of the areas that FTZs can help with is inverted tariffs as well. And what that means is the automotive industry uses a lot of it, where you bring in a lot of different products and you have a finished good at a lower duty rate than the products themselves coming in. Third one is duty drawback. We're dealing with a lot of duty drawback cases these days. Duty drawback itself is you bring product into the US, but then you're exporting the product to a different market. Today's example I heard about, I need to send this from US and I need to send it to Canada. If it's ultimately going to be up in Canada and you brought it in to pay duties in the US, is you're entitled to a refund of those duties. But you have to go through the process to get the refunds. So duty drawbacks is another area that we do help customers with. And it's usually quite a bit of savings, but it does take quite a bit of time. Okay, so that's the third option. So this solution related to CO analysis sounds simple, looks simple, but it's really the core where I think the value is by doing the CO analysis of the products that you bring into the US, you can look at various different trade agreements, manufacturing components, and really help manufacture your product outside of just China itself or in other markets, and see what you could do here in the US and Mexico and other markets that you could lower down your duty of your product. This analysis is what we help with the electronics industry with, is what we help with the garment industry, and when we come to look at the manufacturing industry, especially for material handling, this is the area that we feel we could bring the most value. We've been working on this industry for quite some time. Our background is in manufacturing as well, not in material, but more electronics. But it's an area that when we look at bill of materials, we're able to quickly help assess what makes sense and how do we provide savings when it comes to manufacturing. So that's my last slide. I know it's a pretty high level because there's not one solution meant for every customer, but as I looked at every single manufacturer on that list, I already have a paper that I've been putting together for you guys. I know where we can help save you guys money. That's pretty concrete. And hopefully together, we'll find you guys analysis and savings in your supply chain.